This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hello everyone. Very good morning to all. In today's session, we can discuss about the very important concept I told you, right? That is going to be conditional and looping statements. This is what we have to discuss about it, guys. Right. So first we will go with conditional and later we can go with looping statements. Let us leave this looping statement right now. So, but one thing I want to tell you, I told you already, maybe I believe. Seriously, if we want to become a very good developer, yeah, we should be very good in conditional and looping statements. If you able to understand conditional statements, looping statements are also very easy. I mean, wherever you go, there is a condition. In the looping statements, every loop also work depends upon a condition. All right, conditional statements. If you know conditional statements, looping statements also will becomes very easy. And now, what is a condition? Okay, it's all about we should know what exactly a condition is. What is a condition? What condition will do for us? Right, so something like this. Actually, condition means some people may have some confusion. What exactly the condition is, they may know, they may not know about the condition, but don't worry about it. But we will see in a detailed manner what exactly a condition is and what is the purpose of a condition is also, guys. Okay, right. Now, conditional statements we are able to see. Okay, everybody know if, else, else if, right? So and we can use switch cases also and ternary operator also we can use. This is ternary operator. This is also called simple if else statement, guys. Okay, right. Generally, in every programming language, whatever the logics we are going to write, and definitely these conditional looping statements are common. Definitely any logic, any programming language you can go, right? You can go to JavaScript, Java, .NET, Python, PHP, any front-end technology, back-end technology, definitely we can use these statements. Including in MySQL also we can use these statements. In MySQL, when we are creating procedures, we can use all these statements there. Yes, all are possible. So we have to understand here very clearly. So tomorrow you may learn Java, but there are also conditional statements. You don't need to learn there again. Why? Because you have a good idea here. In this session, you need to get a good idea what exactly a condition is. And also people worried about their self, themselves actually. What is that? Sir, I'm not good in writing logic, sir. Okay, don't worry. We will make you to help you to become very good in writing logics, but you need to follow the situation. You have to understand the concept. If you can understand this theoretically well and you can understand programmatically also good. So I will show you some of the programs. The only thing, remember one point. How, you people don't worry about the writing logics. First of all, if you want to write a very good logics, we have to be we have to understand the requirement of the customer. Without understanding the requirement of the customer, we cannot do anything. Okay, so no one, even me also, if I didn't understand the customer requirement, I cannot write a good logic there. Seriously, guys. Yeah, this is what exactly we need to check it. It's not a problem at all. You don't need to worry about it. So exactly what is this and all, we are going to check it, guys. Right. So first of all, before going to this, I want to talk about what is a condition. What is a condition? Generally, I will ask you some random question. Here I am writing, hello, how are you? Is it a condition? Is it a condition? We don't know, maybe, right? Some people will say, no, it's not a condition, maybe. Okay. I'm writing 10 greater than or equal to 5. Is it a condition? I'm writing some number here, whatever the number it may be, some number I written. This is the number, some number I written. Is it a condition? I'm writing simply a word. I'm writing something like this. A character, okay, whatever it may be. I'm taking, this is $x is equal to 100. This is variable declaration, we know that. I'm taking this. You are able to see some scenarios here. Okay, now let me take an expression here. 100 minus 200 minus 300. Okay, I taken something like this. What is these are all? Are they conditions? I want to take something called true, right? Something I've taken true. You can take some negative numbers also. Sometimes you can take some negative number minus some number I'm taking, some negative number. What are all these guys? Can I call them as a conditions? Hello world is a statement. 10 less than 5, sorry, 10 greater than 5. It is just checking. It is comparing the value is greater than or not. It's a simple number. It's a simple character, variable declare, some expression you written here, and it's a boolean value and some negative number. So these are all the very simple things. By seeing these things, we can say these are not conditions. Seriously, right? Okay, I will write one more condition. If you read well, you will get job. We can get job, or you will get job. Okay, you will get job. I written something like this. Is this is the condition? This is I written as a plain statement actually. We have a lot of confusions, guys, here about a condition. So many people, if I ask you, can you write the syntax of if statement? Immediately they will write us. Even today, they remember this. This is exactly. So they will write us condition, and they will write else block also. And this is, they will say simply, this is false block, sir. And this is going to be true block, sir. You know what is the syntax of it. But before going to the syntax of it, I want to talk about something. This is called true block. What is this condition I'm talking about? This, you may read about the points here. If the condition is evaluated to true, if the condition is evaluated to true, this block will be executed. If the condition is evaluated to false, this block will be executed. We know that what exactly a condition is, right? Okay, very good. So I mean, whatever the block it may be, that may be a true block, that may be false block, it will be depends upon the condition. Okay, if the condition okay, this will be executed. If the condition not okay, this will be executed. We know, everyone, maybe we studied like this in our graduations. Okay, my point here, before going to this, I want to talk about two things, guys. Can anybody tell me, please, what is a condition? We didn't understand. Okay, wait for some time. What is this curly bracket is called? If you are writing something into this curly bracket, what we can call? Do you know this curly bracket is followed everywhere? Na? If it is followed, we can write in front of else also. We can write in front of for loop also, guys. Here now you can see this is also for loop also. We can write it, and we can write in front of while loop also. We can write in front of a class creation. You may know about try catch blocks. Everywhere we are writing this, even including creating a function also. I'm writing the block of code. So what is this curly bracket is called, guys? This curly bracket is called block of code. If you are keeping some statements inside of this curly bracket, that is technically called block of code. Right. The block of code will always group some statements together, guys. Ante, what I want to tell you exactly, block means it is a collection of statements, collection of or number of lines of code also we can say. That is called block of code. Block of code, or I can say number of lines of code. I can say like this, number of lines of code as well. Block of code or number of lines of code, guys. Can you see what exactly this is? You know already, everywhere we are using curly bracket, but what is exactly a curly bracket? That is called block of code, but technically called block of code. Remember, sir, one more question for me. Why should I write a condition, sir? What is the purpose of writing condition? Do you have any idea? Why are you writing conditions in a programming language? Without conditions, can I write a program? Can't I write a programming? So without looping statements, can I write a program? Right? I just want to know what exactly a condition is. Do you have any idea, guys, what exactly a condition is? First of all, okay, leave it about what exactly a condition is. Why should I write a condition? And what is the purpose of it? See, there are a lot of things are there in a programming language, conditions and looping and statements, variables like this. We have so many things are there. Why are we need to write condition? And what is the purpose of it? Every condition, whatever the condition you are going to write, it is going to be wrapped by the curly bracket. It is going to be wrapped by the curly bracket. Exactly, that is the block of code or number of lines of code. Every curly bracket is wrapped something like this, guys. Okay, I mean every statement is going to be kept and or followed by curly bracket. So I want to tell you one point. Keep it in mind. I want to execute some group of statements. Group of statements. Remember, guys, what reason of using conditional statements? For example, I want to execute some group of statements, some block of statements, whatever it may be, guys. For example, group in the sense I have 10 lines of code. I want to execute these 10 lines of code every time. No, I don't want to execute these 10 lines of code every time. I want to execute these 10 lines of code at particular situation only. I want to execute some group of statements at a particular point of time only. Point of time only. I want to execute some group of statements at particular point of time only, guys. Not every time. The page may be loaded, but every time this block of code I don't want to execute. At particular point of time only I want to execute. What is that particular point of time? Can you tell me, please? Right, exactly. What is exactly a particular point of time? Now you can see if a user is logged in to the application, I want to execute some block of code. If user did not log in, I want to display some code. If user is logged in, I want to display something. If user is not logged in, I want to display something. Okay, you can go to Facebook. I already logged in actually. Now if I hit enter button, now you can see, oh, I didn't logged in. If I logged in, definitely you will automatically go to Facebook page. You will automatically go to the Facebook page because I may be closed the session. That's why it is showing me the login page. After login to the application, close the browser. After second day, after the next day, you can come and open browser facebook.com. It will automatically too take you to the login page. So see, the only thing, remember, at particular point of time, this is one of the best scenario. If user is logged in, do something. If user not logged in, do something. See, I have 10 lines of code. Actually, guys, in a page, for example, in a page, I have 20 lines of code. How many? 20 lines of code. In this 20 lines of code, I want to execute 10 lines of code at particular point of time and 10 lines of code at particular point of time. Some situation. See, based on the situation, not every time. Not every time. If you pay the fee, I want to execute some lines of code. Pay the if you pay the fee, execute execute 15 lines of code from the above 15 lines of code if you pay the fee. If you didn't pay the fee, execute the remaining 5 lines of code. Are we executing every time the 20 lines of code? No. In this 20 lines of code, 15 lines of code may execute or 5 lines of code may execute, but all the 20 lines will never execute. Keep it in mind. So I mean, I want to execute some logic at particular point of time only. For this reason, you are using a condition. I don't want to execute this logic every time forever. I want to execute only a specific period of time only. In this point of time, we can go for the condition. So we seen what are the conditional statements are available here. If, else if, these are all the conditional statements, right? So we know the syntax of statement also. This is the syntax of if statement. You already know what exactly a syntax of if statement. This is the condition. Now, I just want to talk about only if statement. Forget about else statement for a while. So we can talk about this else statement later. Only if statement. Okay. Let me create a file here. I'm just creating a file without basic structure. Yeah, we can create a file like this also, guys. No problem. Let me save the file into your working location. Conditions.html is the file. save into your working location, and let me try with some other. Right, so go to your location folder, and here in the JavaScript, let me save the file conditions.html. Okay, I didn't write anything here. Okay, we know if is the condition, so this is the block of code. Always habituate of writing the coding standards also, guys. That is very, very important. Some people, what they will do, you can try to see. I will write some lines of code here. Okay, so what I need to write here, I'm writing 10 equal to 10 for a while. Okay, condition is true now. It will be compare the two values. After comparing two values, 10 equal to 10. Yes, yes means true. True means the block of code will be executed. Now you can see I'm wrapping them. Document dot write. Now you can check this. I'm writing something called hello. This is exactly hello. I want to take this into a paragraph tag. Okay, you can take this into a paragraph tag. This is also fine. Hello, hello one, hello two, hello three, something like this I return. Okay, now if I run the file on the screen, can we see any output here? Definitely, you can see the output because the condition is true now. Hello one, hello two, hello three. You are able to see something on the screen exactly because here we know that if the condition is evaluated to true, the block of code will be executed. If the condition is evaluated, for example, I'm writing 10 not equal to 10, 10 not equal to 10, no, right, 10 equal to 10, but now you are not getting the output. Okay, very nice. Now, can you see, guys, here I'm removing the condition. Now, can you see this is a simple block of code? We didn't following this. I mean, in front of the block of code, we don't have any condition or a class or a loop or anything we don't have here. Exactly, guys. We're having something like this. What we need to do here. So we are going to have the block of code. This is the block of code we're having. It is not followed by anybody. I didn't write if or else or for loop or while loop or class or function, anything I didn't write. So if I execute this, will it work automatically? That's my question. Is this is going to work or not? Now I'm saving the file. If you can refresh the page, you can check this. I'm executing. Am I having any error? First of all, let me open the console also. Fortunately, I don't have any error. I don't have any error. You can see it, right? I mean, we can write a independent block of code. This is a block of code. It is an independent. It is not dependent on anybody. So it's not depends upon anybody, guys. Exactly, right? It's an independent thing. Is that not right? Yeah, very nice, guys. Independent in the sense, for example, if we can write if statement here, I can say this is depends upon the if statement. This block of code is depends upon the if statement. So I'm not writing anything in front of it. So if you are not writing anything in front of it, this block of code is independent. So it is not depending on anybody. This will work directly or not. I'm refreshing the page. Can you see the block of code is getting executed? So even if we can remove this block of code also, no problem, Gada. Now I'm removing this block of code. Then what is the problem we are having? Same output now. See, I see when we can go for block of code, right? A block of code is always followed by a conditional statements like if, else, or while or do while. So I want to make this block of code dependent on somebody. I should not execute every time. I want to execute only at particular point of time only. Then we can write a condition. Then we can write a for loop. Then we can write a function. Even though it may be a function, guys, you can see function created. When this function will be called, you know very well. So I'm refreshing the page. Is it calling now? No. Why? Because this block of code is depends upon a function. If you can call this function, then only the block of code will be called. Now refresh the page. You can see the function is getting called now. Is it calling every time? No, man, it is not at all calling every time. It's calling only on the function call. Now you can see the block of code again. Here we are taking, I'm taking if statement. If 10 equal to 10, condition true, then only the block of code is executing. Can you see this block of code is common for many of the statements in our JavaScript programming language? It may be a condition, it may be a class, it may be a while, do while, for, and else, if, else, everything in front of it we are keeping it now. So but This will never execute every time. When it will be executed based on the evaluation in the condition. So this is, we are writing a condition here. If the condition evaluated properly to true, then only the block of code will be executed. Otherwise, this will never executed. I think you got some clarity. What is a block of code? I want to execute this block of code at particular point of time only. If the block of code is not there, you can see I'm removing the block of code. Can we write the statement like this? Definitely we can write. There is no error. Remember guys, we can write like this also. There is an if statement. Remember carefully. There is an if statement. So I'm not writing open curly, close curly, but if statement is followed by the some statements. Now, what is going to be happen? Will it execute everything? Now, it is getting output properly, guys. Okay, let me make 10 not equal to 0, right? 10 not equal to 0, na? No, right? 10 equal to 0. So I make intentionally condition false. You can see still you will get output or not. You are getting output, but I missed one statement. Can you see? This statement is not coming. The immediate statement of this, when you're not using curly bracket, remember this point is very important. When we are not using curly bracket, the immediate statement only will be executed. Okay now, right? If you can keep comma here, I'm keeping semicolon here. Now you can check this, everything will be work. Why? Because this is an independent statement. You kept semicolon na. If you can kept semicolon, that statement was completed there itself. The statement was there, completed there itself. If you remove the semicolon immediately, where is the next semicolon? I kept the semicolon here. Okay, let me remove the semicolon here also. Now you are able to see hello and hello one only, right? You are not able to see this hello statement. Why? Because if the condition is false, remember carefully, if the condition false, the block of code only first one will be considered, remaining will never consider, right? So if you can group curly bracket, so I want to do all these things, I won't want to execute all these things. If the condition false, then this is the valid thing. So if you are not keeping any curly brackets, immediately first line will be under the conditional statement. The first line, what is the first line? If the condition is true, first line will be executed. If the condition is not true, first line will never execute it. But remaining statements will as it is executed when, if there is no curly brackets. If you have curly bracket, then what is going to be happen? So everything will be wrapped into the block and they will be executed if the condition gets true only. Otherwise it will never execute, guys. Okay, right, this is great. Now you can check this. I'm not getting anything here. Are you getting any output here? 100% I'm not getting any output. Okay now, all right. So this is all the things, guys. You need to check this exactly what exactly a condition is and all. Okay, earlier I asked you some questions that you didn't answer for me. If I'm writing, there is some number, I don't know what is the number it may be. I provided some number. If I provide some number, can I get the block of code? Can I get the block of code? So I'm not writing any condition. Earlier you written 10 equal to 10, 10 not equal to 10. That is evaluated and we are getting something. This time I pass some random number into the condition. Will it work or not? That's why I asked you in the starting of the session, are these are conditions? Now you can see I passed a number here there. Hello world, 10 less than or equal to a variable declaration. I asked you, that's the reason I asked you these things. Now tell me please, all are these conditions or not? Now you can check this. I passed 1012 is a number. Let me run the file. If I run the file, let me check, can I get the output or not, guys? Okay, I'm just going to check whether I'm going to get the output or not. I'm just refreshing the page. If I refresh the page, can you see you are getting the output now? You are getting the output, guys. Exactly. So I mean, sir, it is not a condition. Huh? 101012 is a condition. That's my question first of all. Is 1012 is the condition? No, actually that's a number. Actually it says, right? Actually says that's a number. But remember, because of passing this into the parenthesis, that will become a condition. See, we know that what we will pass always here, we will pass always some condition here. We will pass always some condition. So as per the syntax, guys, what you will pass always, this is going to be a condition now, as per the syntax. So in place of this condition, this is the syntax. I'm passing some number here or some number I pass it there. Now you can check this, you are getting the output. Let me pass some negative number. Will you get the output here? I passed some negative number. I'm refreshing the page. Are you getting the output? No, you are not getting the output. I passed a negative number. You are not getting the output. Oh, sorry. You are getting output, right? Even if I pass negative number, you are getting the output. Even if you can pass a positive number, you are getting the output. Okay. So we got some clarity. At what situations we are not getting the output, right? So as of now, in all the situations, we got the output. Okay. I'm passing something called a true Boolean value. Already I told you. Here we will pass a condition. If the condition is evaluated or calculated to true, then block of code will execute it. First of all, I passed directly true there. So definitely it should be get executed. So we don't have any problem. We know that if the condition is evaluated and it is returning false, then what is going to be happen? You cannot see the output. I mean, at one situation only, I cannot see output as of now. That is the false situation. Okay, now remember this carefully. Now I'm going to take $x is sorry var variable, right? Var x is equal to 100. I'm declaring the variable directly inside the condition. Is it valid? So now refresh the page. So var is not at all declared here. Okay, let me remove the var. Let me remove the var. I'm taking x is equal to 100. Is it valid or not? It's valid now. So you are able to take, but as per the syntax you cannot take literals inside the condition. So okay, so you are able to access the variable also. If you want to print the value, yes, we can print the value hello, whatever the value we have there, x. I'm printing the value of x also. Can you see? You are getting the value of x also now. I mean, we can declare a variable, but here x is equal to 100 is a condition. Generally, there is a declaration, variable declaration. We added something and it is working. We don't have any problem, right? Now I'm passing hello, how are you? I pass it a string like this. What will be happening in this point of time? Hello, how are you is a condition. I'm refreshing the page. Still, you are getting output now. You are getting output, guys. Right, at only one point of time only I didn't get the output as of now. That is only the case false. I passed this manually. Okay, right now one more scenario you can see. I'm passing this as 0. If I pass 0, can we get output here? Definitely you cannot get output, guys. The second situation is going to be 0. If the evaluation is false, I cannot get output. If the evaluation is 0 also, evaluation 0 in the sense, or how can I tell you? So here you can come down. I'm writing 100 minus 100. What is 100 minus 100? If you can evaluate this or if you can calculate this, you will get the output, right? What is the output you are going to get it? 0. 0 means you will never get the output. Now you can take 100 plus equal to 100. Definitely you will get the output because there is a valid number, right? It's not a 0. I mean, if you are getting 0, we cannot see the output, guys, here. If you are getting false also, we cannot see the output. See, the only thing, how big the expression is you are passing into the conditional statements, remember carefully. Whatever it may be, that is a big or a small, we don't worry about it. But remember one thing, how big that expression it may be, but one point you should remember, if this is evaluated, so it may be very big thing. Now I'm taking into 1 2 3 and I'm taking divided by something I taken. This is a very big number I taken, whatever it may be. If we got 0, we cannot get output. I'm getting the output this time. Now I'm multiplying everything into 0. Now you can check this into, this is going to be 0. Anything into 0 0 na, everything into 0 0. Now you cannot see the output. Why? Because whatever the expression it may be, guys, how big that expression here you are going to be pass, we don't know. After evaluating this all expression, you will get one value, that is either 0 or either true or false. Okay, that is going to return one value. The value may be 0, true, false. It may be some other valid number, but while it is returning some values, if the value is false, we cannot get output. If the value is 0, we cannot get the output. And we have some more situations, guys. If it is a null and if it is an undefined also, we cannot get the output. Only on these 4 situations only you cannot get the output. Remaining all the situations you will get the output, guys. Let me show you. I'm passing manually null here. Will you get the output here? No, I'm not getting the output here. Let me pass manually undefined. I'm passing this. Are you getting output here? No. Undefined is also predefined one, guys. Remember carefully. Whenever there is a variable and you declared it with some value, and if you're not assigning to it anything, it will give you undefined. So this is exactly what is undefined and what is this is all. So only these situations in remaining, see what are all the situations I written here. In every situation you will get the output, whatever it may be. But here in this type of expressions, mathematical calculations, remember carefully, if you have zero, you will never get the output. If the summation is zero or evaluation is zero, you will never get the output. Remaining all the situations, you will get the output. I mean, here it is going to be, see, one point you have to remember. It is always going to be evaluated whatever you are passing here. Now you can see I'm writing 10 greater than 5 or 6. Okay, is 10 is greater than 6? No, right? Oh, always 10 is below 6 only, but I writing 10 greater than 6. Right now you can check this. Oh, sorry. Condition is true now. 10 is greater than 6 only, kada? Right. So seriously, I have some confusion with this less than symbol, greater than symbol. This is actually greater than, sorry, and this is the less than symbol. Seriously, we have some confusion. Sorry for this, right? But always, whenever you're writing something here, try to evaluate that expression by your mouth. Spell it out. So is 10 greater than or 6? Greater than 6? Yes, it is okay. Now I'm writing 10 less than 5. Is 10 is less than 6? So you can see here, whatever exactly I written here, is the 10 is less than 6 in your own language. If it is in Telugu, I will pronounce like this, right? So 10, I mean 10 ఆరు కంటే చిన్నదా, something like that. In your own language you can pronounce it in your own language. So then only you will get the idea very clearly in your own language. Don't spell it into English. So try to understand in your mother tongue. It will be easy for you. So first of all, open your mouth when you're evaluating expression. Open your mouth and say 10 is less than 6. Okay, it's not a, then if it is not, we cannot get the output. Okay, now you can take this 10 greater than or equal to 6. Greater than 6. 10 is greater than 6. No, or S. No means false, S means true. See, generally, when we are speaking in our own language, I will ask you a question. Is 10 is greater than or equal to 5? You will say yes or no, right? You will say yes or no. In programmatically, I will convert them. S means false, guy. Sorry, false. No means I will convert this into false. If you say anytime yes, I will consider it as a true. Generally, in our human being language, we will call yes or true. For example, I will ask you, did you complete your breakfast? Will you say true, false? No, you will say yes or no in our general way. So programmatically we will use SR, true or false, but in our real life we will use SR no, na, right? The same manner. So did you complete your breakfast means you cannot say true, you cannot say false, you will say always yes or no only, na. The same story, guys, here. So when I'm asking, when we are spell it out with our mouth, you will have a question, is a 10 is greater than or equal to 5? You have one answer, yes or no. Yes means considered as a true, no means considered as a false, like this. That is this is going to be the evaluation process. The evaluation should be like this. If you can do the evaluation like this, then only things will becomes easy for you guys. This is what you have to remember first, right? You can see what is a condition. If you can ask me, finally I want to tell you one point, guys. Whatever the value, I don't know, whatever the value, whatever the statement, whatever the expression you are going to pass here, whatever the expression, whatever the condition you are going to be pass here, this is going to be called as condition. If you are passing anything, there is a condition, because what is exactly the syntax is saying that if parenthesis curly bracket parenthesis having the condition, what is a condition exactly here? I cannot say exactly a condition. So whatever the value you can pass into the parentheses, that will be treated as a condition here, especially. Generally, if you can see, what are all these are all the statements. Some statements are there, some calculations are there, some numbers are there, right? So everything was there here. So all are going to be called as generally these are not called conditions, guys. Actually, they are the statements and numbers and all, expressions and all. Because of passing them into the parentheses of if statement, I am saying that they are the conditions because of passing them. If that is not into if that is not passed to the parenthesis, then I cannot say condition. That is a simple statement actually. Hello is a word. How are you is a statement. generally. But because of passing this into the parentheses, I'm saying you these are the conditions, right? Exactly, guys. So what exactly a condition is, that is very, very important, right? So that understanding is very important, guys. Okay, right. Here you can take any character also, the things will be works for you properly without having any problem, right? So guys, if you got some clarity on this, and tomorrow I will tell you more example. If statement is not completed yet, first of all you have to get up to here, and if you done, and tomorrow we can discuss about all the remaining things. This is the basic stuff of a condition. I talked about a condition only today's session. If you can understand what exactly a condition is, then remaining things will be easily you can understand. That's the reason we are just talking about what exactly a condition is, guys. Okay, right. Any other questions you have, let me post, guys, here. Definitely you may have a lot of questions. All right, if you have anything, let me post, I will. But this area, I'm saying you one more time, is very important to become a very good developer. Seriously, guys, as of my knowledge. So how we can become, every programming language has a story, but the story we have to implement it conditionally, right? To implement this conditionally and logically, and we have to do it. There is a concept, that concept we have to implement conditionally or programmatically, right? Generally programming languages are easy, guys, but the people having confusion with the writing logics only. You know what to do, what is the next statement, what is the next statement, but when to use the condition, that's we cannot understand. Actually, that's the problem. When to use condition, but I cannot tell you right now on the fly, sir, when to use condition, sir. But you have to understand the usage of a condition situationally. I will tell you, don't worry, wait for some time. So when we are writing logics, definitely I will tell you how to write a condition programmatically. So you need to get some situation. Based on the situation we can write a condition. So without knowing situation, I cannot. If you sir, give me some examples right now. If you can ask me, I cannot give you any examples. I need some situation. This is the situation, write the logic. This is the situation, write the logic. So wait for some time, you will get more logics. I will tell you some logics, and you are going to get some logics slowly, not all at a time, but we need to able to write logics very well.